everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share a studio tour of my room. My art studio is basically a corner in my bedroom. And before I show you what it looks like in the day and go shelf by shelf and drawer by drawer, I just want to show you my fairy lights. So excited. I used to have these when I was a kid and I wanted to always have them again. And now I get to read by fairy light at night. And it's just so fun. It makes me smile. Here's my beautiful cat Keanu, and just giving him a beautiful pat. And then I'll switch over to daylight when I open up my curtains, and I'll give you a proper tour and hope you enjoy it. Okay, so now it's daylight. I've opened up the curtains so you can see everything, and I've just put the fairy lights back on. Love, love, love them. And so basically, yeah, this week I have been reorganizing my room and making it better for my workflow, I suppose. But I'll just give you a broad look at it first, and then we'll go into detail. There's my bed, so my desk doubles as a side table. And then we have these shelves, which I love, which lifts everything up and also has everything within arm's reach. Got a Raskog trolley there. I've got this bookcase here, and there's a window above it. And usually I would have put stuff all along that top shelf, but my cat loves to sleep up there and look out the window, so that is now my cat spot. This bookcase is all for business stuff, all business supplies. And then this bookcase is for personal, and that's what I've been doing this week as well, is putting more of me in my room. For me to feel comfortable in my room, I needed to have a bit more of me represented in here, and so I moved everything around so that this bookcase could just have my things in there. And there is a few business things on top. There's my dresser, my chest of drawers, the door, and then this is Keanu's nook. He has a little nook. That's where he loves to sleep, and that is his nook. So just a small space, but made the most of it. Let's take you in closer for those who want to see the detailed part of this. Alright, so I don't know, we've got paintbrushes there. That basket there is just for personal stuff. Like I said, this is a side table as well for me. This has more supplies, brushes, hole punch, and other bits and pieces. My business cards there, so they're within easy reach when I package things. The light for my fairy lights is just hidden there. And then I have my Keanu mug. This has all the go-to pens and things, scissors, and ruler, and my go-to pens. So I like putting that there so I can use it when I'm sitting at my desk and also while I'm journaling on my bed. I just have my really cool tin. I love this tin. And I've got, it lifts out. So what I wanted to do when I reorganized was have all my personal journaling stuff within arm's reach, so that it's within, yeah, so it's easy just to do personal journaling. So that's there. And then I've got my washi tapes all in the front sections here, the mouse for my laptop there. So all personal stuff I try to put over this end. Like my lip balm, and I've got hair ties in here because you're always constantly losing them, and some clips. These are an alphabet set of stamps, large paper clips, more washi. These are my binder type clips in this one, small paper clips, large paper clips, and underneath I even have room for an extra spot here, so you can put something there. But here are my stamps. These are random stamps, and these are my vintage Queen stamps. There's my glue, so just glue sticks and craft glue. People want to know what I've got. It's Bostik glue stick and clear craft glue. This is my vintage typewriter. I shared a little look at this over on Patreon. It was passed down to me from my dad, from my grandpa. So originally it was my grandpa's, and absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I can put that there. My Psychology in Seattle mugs for being a patron. Love these so much. I will be a lifelong patron of theirs. And these are just ones I don't use as much. And then I've just put this little piece in the gap, and that's my stamping area for like my business stamp and these fun stamps, my ink and date stamp. There's my sewing machine. This corner is just kind of like a mess of things, but that's where I have freebies, giveaway items, and other stuff for my shop over here, packaging and all of that. But this is my favourite part of my room besides the fairy lights. These just went up this week. I love this. Got this from an antique place, and that's just where I keep all my special pieces, my vintage pieces, vintage postcards, vintage flashcards, vintage vocabulary cards, vintage photos, vintage tea cards, and some other bits and pieces. And then what I did was put all of my personal journals here. So on this shelf I put all the personal journals that I'm using, like my 2020 daily journal. This is my actual daily journal at the moment. My Bible for my faith journal studies here, which is this one. My ephemera folders, got 3 of those. This is the anchor journal. This is for another course I'm taking. And my blank journals are all here too, ready to be used. And some other miscellaneous journals, but these ones are my traveler's notebook ones. There's nothing in them, but they look pretty, so I put them there because this is my colour palette at the moment. I'm really loving blue, teal, aqua, mint, light blue. And then I love this shelf. This is quite possibly my favourite shelf. This has, again, my personal journals, and these are the ones that I made. From here to here I made these ones. These are my favourite. This is my vintage one, this is my cat journal, and these 3 I haven't filled yet because they're the most 3 special, my 3 favourite journals I've ever made. And I have a video on those 3 as well because I got a request to show my favourite journals that I've made. And then these ones are my favourite journals from others. So Johanna Clough, one that I bought for my birthday, Teal and Tattered, paper dated journals, Emma and Lisa. Oh! And this is a special one. It doesn't really fit the colour scheme. Oh, sorry. It doesn't really fit the colour scheme, but that was the first journal I ever bought. Okay, and I've got flip throughs of all of those on my channel. Here, this is just a purely like business shelf. I've got my calendar there. I've got a cat calendar, so just got drawers here with beading, tassel thingies, dangle things, glitters, more beads, jewelry, all those kind of sorts of things. This one has my stamp tags, vintage tea cards, bulb pins, paints, watercolors, acrylics, beads. This one has some letters in there. This is my palette, and all my charms are in here. This is miscellaneous items in here again, just kept in a box. These are my not stamps, punches that I never use. And then I just got a bit of display back there. There's my what do you call that? Utility pouch. Yeah, so that's what I take when I go traveling, but when I don't travel I don't really use it. I use it for storage. My favorite journal cover right there, so using that more like decoration, and same with this, one of my favorite books this year, using that as decoration. Same with that blue butterfly, that's my symbol in the junk journal world. So that is also there. My sister gave me that. So what I tried to do also to move around, I used to have business stuff on this top tier of the Raskog trolley, but I want all my personal stuff close by so I can do personal journaling every single day. That's my aim. So I'm glad that my room can cater towards that now a lot more. So all of this one in this is for personal journaling. I just layered things, stickers, vintage looking pieces, rub-ons, other things. So that's all for personal journaling. Same with this, although I will put, this is a bit of a mix to be honest, personal journaling and business stuff. So I will put that kind of stuff into journals, but like that one I really want to put in my daily journal. Paint chips, postcards, Polaroids, stuff from my Etsy shop, stuff from Your Creative Studio, kind of just chuck in there because they're the kind of go-to ones that I put into journals, and also freebies when I package up things. So everything for my packaging and orders and stuff I want to put close by me as well. And this is just my Johanna Clough inspiration book, pages from our journals. And then I have my list of patrons here close by as well. Whenever I do the lives, I want to shout them out, and I can easily add names here because it's within reach and everything. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being my beautiful patrons. My heat tool, and then second tier of the trolley are my journals in my shop. So these are all my journals for sale. These ones I'm still making, and then these ones down here are the journals that I am working on. So they're not finished, they're either just covers, or some of them have pages, some of them I need to turn into covers. So that's where I keep all my works in progress. If you want to know how many works in progress I have, a lot. Alright, so let's go. Hi Keanu, you want to say hello? Hi honey. Hi. Alright, let's go drawer by drawer for those who are interested in this kind of thing. Again, because it's my desk and side table, I put my book that I want to read at night in here, and my art journaling supplies are in here. So I'm really into art journaling at the moment. I'm running an art journal course currently, and so I've got an art journal, 2 art journals in here, and I'm going to show you a bit more of that later on. I'm doing a project with Keanu, an art project. My Instax camera is in there, if you can see that, blue. My film and my Instax printer as well is in there. So that's that one. In here, what I try to do is all my personal stuff is in this side of the desk, and all my business stuff is in that side. Sorry about how dark it is. We'll try and push through this. So, but it kind of overlaps a little bit because there is some business stuff in here. I've got 2 of these. One is for my own printables, and one is for other people's printables. I've got some photos at the back there that I've printed for my own journaling. That's why that's a mix of business and personal. This is my Amity Bloom drawer. I've been accumulating items from her for the past few years, and I haven't been able to bring myself to use any of it yet. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I've got 2 boxes at the back and all this wallpaper and beautiful stuff, so I'm going to try to organize that a bit better. And I wanted to do this because, again, when I do my daily journaling, I want to use her stuff and get into using treasures. Okay, and then down here, more personal journaling stuff. So this is cutouts from magazines, and this one is just personal ephemera and papers that I want to use for my personal journaling. And last drawer is just kind of a mix of business stuff, some folders, some personal documents, and also some keepsakes in there as well. Let us move over to the other side. I hope you're enjoying this video. I love craft studio tours. Okay, so this one has all my sewing stuff and binding supplies. Very fitting because my sewing machine's right there. And then here is my packaging drawer, so how I package orders, tapes, papers, bags, and then this one has all my envelopes, different sizes, different types. And then in this one, this is my vintage French drawer. So you can tell what I love accumulating. Eventually I want to kind of get rid of all of this. This is all the stuff that I'm trying to use up. And eventually the only kind of things I want in terms of supplies is vintage supplies and botanical and French. That's pretty much all I want. So these are like my very special drawers, and this is vintage music paper at the bottom. So there's some kids ones, and then there's some of the normal type of vintage music paper under there. Alright, so those are the drawers. Let's go by the shelves here. Alright, so I'll just point. This kind of has a mix of envelopes and flashcards. This has my sewn pockets and napkin things. There's some tags, some handmade ephemera in there that I'm trying to get rid of. This is my fabric made pieces, handmade fabric pieces. That one is fabric for me to keep for my own journaling. This is my tags, lots and lots of tags. So many tags. This is my stamp container. This is my miscellaneous papers, lots of miscellaneous papers in there. I believe the next one is bags, and the next one is tissue papers and things like that. Okay, and then we have just lots of fabric down here. This one I believe is like more, oh, I remember what that one is. I just got stuff chucked on top of it as well. This is my linens. All my linens are in there, all my embroidered linens. This is like my laces. So fabrics, linens, that one's laces. And this is just my project one. I'm working on some bird journals next. hopefully. Here's some more fabric and lace in there that didn't fit in that one. This one has like cheesecloth, sari, silk, seam binding, those kinds of things. And underneath that's just got my like ribbons and lace ribbons and stuff like that. Got my beautiful Edith Holden notebook notes folder here that I keep there to add into journals as well. This has a miscellaneous stack of things, papers, my book, The Art of Mental Health, and to easily within reach for when I do lives, we read from that. This is a recent edition, but I don't like it because I didn't realise the drawers didn't come out. It would have been perfect if the drawers came out. So I'm on the hunt to try and find more, and I'll replace this with drawers that can come out, because then I would put 4 along here and 4 along there, because then it would be so much easier. I could just store everything. They're not stacked like the baskets. I'm a bit over the baskets. I love the basket method, but I'm not using the things underneath, just the top things. Hi Keanu, you're investigating. So all my glassine things are in this basket. All my blank pages are in this one. So the decorative miscellaneous papers in that. But here's my blank pages, my favourite pages. This is why this is close on hand, because you can always use blank pages in any journal. And this is my collage covers. So fun. And then the bottom shelf, I really like the bottom shelf, but I want to declutter this. It's too many. This is my bookshelf, all for junk journals. But I'm loving the vintage and I'm loving the botanical. Everything else I kind of want to get rid of. And then over here, oh, I love this shelf so much. My most recent edition as well. So all of those journals there were kept here. So I'm glad I could put them up there because I wasn't using them. Now that they're within reach, I can start journaling more regularly. And so here I have books again. I love books so much. These have been put in a box or kept in a box for ages. And I love books so much. So maybe this will get me reading physical books again. I've been reading a lot of ebooks recently. These are my journals. I love this shelf too. Keanu attacked that one right there when he was a kitten before I got him a scratching post. But they're my journals. That's my heart. Right there. That's my heart. Journaling. Filling up journals. And then this is more like scrapbooks, photo albums, my personal ephemera, personal pieces for journaling there. And then here is the frame I use for filming. So that's what you saw when I showed you my filming setup. Here's all my papers. I want to do something about this, but all my coffee dye, all my coloured paper, vellum, everything is in here, and I kind of have to go through the whole thing to find whatever paper I want. These are first day of issue type envelopes, and I have packs of 10 of these in my Etsy if anyone is interested. As you can see, I have a lot. I have a lot. I got a bulk supply. So yeah, that is my room. And yeah, like I said, just on the right is my dresser. I won't really show you that since that's my personal stuff. And then Keanu's nook, you saw that as well. But that, yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I'm really happy with having now my journals within reach, my supplies within reach, my personal stuff and my business stuff separated out. That's making me feel a lot more comfortable and excited to do my own journaling. There's Keanu again. And I hope you enjoyed that tour. Yeah, starting to feel a bit more comfortable in this space, and yeah, really happy to share that with you. And yeah, let's just end on my cat Keanu. Let's give him a pat, see how we go. Hi baby, you say hi to everyone? Yeah, they say hello. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, bye guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.